breeze blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page life is about to appear. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, and if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here at Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation Pride.
All right, hey, good morning, everybody. What's cooking? I tried the countdown timer. Didn't work too good. It was a GIF. I'm gonna put a countdown timer on there that actually works. When I took the mouse off my screen, it went back to 4 minutes. So we kept going to this Groundhog Day routine. So hey, good morning. What do we got going on? I got a good night's sleep. Let's see, I got 2 chats running here, and this one's confusing me, so I'm going to turn this one off. Definitely, we got a lot to talk about in the tropics, no doubt. So we're going to roll into it. Still predicted to have 2 hurricanes in the Gulf. Very unprecedented to have, I don't think, no system. We've never had 2 named systems in the Gulf. I know that. We've had other landfalling, I think 1933 or something. But at the Gulf, no. So let's say hi to the puppies. We'll do our romper room session here, and then we'll get right into the tropics. And the hurricane hunters are out there flying right now, and they might be designating Laura first. That would be 13, our Atlantic tropical depression. So anyway, what's going on? What's up, Robin? Oh, it's been named Robin. Well, there you go. They already named it, Laura. Wave, Louie. What's up, buddy? He's barely makes the camera. So these are our boys. Make sure you get your Hurricane Hunter shirt. Look how cute he is. Look at that dog. Look at that dog. He is a man. Look at that. He's a 4-pound man. Right? You good puppy. We're going to talk about the tropics. This is Tropical Depression 13. This is Tropical Depression 14. They're going to do the Fujiwara effect where they bounce off each other. They're like magnets. Or they're going to absorb into each other, and Hunter's going to become Louie. Spinner. They're pretty hyper dogs. Not so. All right. So did they name it? Darn it. Does that mean I got to update the website? Trying to update the website 24/7 here is rough. Let me see real quick. Let's go to tropical. Let's go to the NHC. Oh, so they are at Vish. Look at that updated statement. Look at that 9:05. NOAA Hurricane Hunter finds a depression has strengthened to Tropical Storm Laura. That would be 13, right? So there you go. We got Laura. Laura. Let me see if I can. I'm going to have to screenshot that. All right. So we're going to start our tropics talk in 2 seconds. I have to post this because we still have people that don't like to watch me live. I'd be one of them. Let's see. So, all right. We have Laura from TD13. That's all I'll put on there. All right, so you can go run and take a pee break if you want. And then we'll get into the tropics. I want to post this real quick because it's named now, so it's kind of pertinent. We have Laura. There we go. All right. And the other one should be named today, too. Make sure that's TD13, by the way. Let me make sure. I was getting so confused between 13 and 14. That is 13. Okay, so now we have 13 and... No. Now we have Laura and 14. Soon to be Marco. Yeah, and they did find a center a little bit farther to the south. So we'll talk about all that for sure. Could mean a little more trouble for our island friends as far as rain and winds, and could mean a little less strengthening down the road with land interaction. So anyway, all right. So we started out. Let's do some haze and some shout outs, and then we'll get rolling into the tropics. I see all of our crew in here: Cindy, Jennifer, Cody. High pressure is strong, Cody. It's building in. Stephanie, yep, Laura looks super juicy. She was blobby. She had her blobs out this morning. So, ABC, yeah. So anyway, all right. So big shout out to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, located here in Florida. They're our Facebook Live sponsor for another season here, and great crew, great stores. Love them. If you've ever been to one, go inside of them. They're beautiful. I go in there to buy one thing and I end up buying like $200 worth of stuff just because it looks good. I'm a sucker for good marketing. Like last night, I was drinking this last night. If you saw my picture, look at that. Is that like the coolest beer can ever? It's only 4.4, but it's Tropic Pressure Big Storm. Isn't that neat? I just love it. So anyway, big thanks to ABC. All right, and Tropics goes, all right, so we got 2 systems, and we're going to go right into it. Now, the way this works with Facebook Live, I can't read all the comments, so I'm not ignoring everybody. We usually slow things down toward the end, and I'll read a lot of comments. So I usually get the ones that hang around toward the end. But once I get rolling, I usually just ramble for an hour. So I do want to do a shout out though. Check this out. All right, so we have a lot of Florida fans here. A lot of Florida. I'm in Florida. One of our supporters. Here's a cone of Laura now. But one of our supporters that we want to give a shout out to. Did that update? Okay, yeah, updated. I just checked my site. The Apalachicola Bay. We have a lot of fans up there, and they always been a supporter of the website. So check them out. We're thinking of you guys up there. Apalachicola, St. George Island, East Point, kind of the Big Bend area a little bit more panhandle-ish. So what's cool about our site is that we have people from all over, not just Oldsmar, Florida. We have people watching from the Virgin Islands, and they're watching close. Puerto Rico's watching close. Obviously, we got 2 hurricanes possibly impacting the Gulf here soon in a couple days, and that's unprecedented. We're going to get into that. Very unprecedented for that. So anyway, we're thinking of everybody in the path. Thanks to John Solomon up there and the crew. Pretty area up that way too, by the way. All right, I had this little video up. This is my analogy. Like, this might be what we're watching here in a couple days. We don't know. Two magnets. Or are they going to do that? I shared the Fujiwara video yesterday. And
that wasn't too impressive. The 19th in the Atlantic, 2, 3, or 5 as well.
I'm not gonna play the whole thing,
Iris,
but
or tropical storm Karen a week later. The Fujiwara effect can
listen.
simply alter a storm's course,
Well,
or it can cause one storm to consume another one altogether.
So two systems can alter the course of the storms, or one can absorb the other one. Now, what I find very interesting, looking at all the models today, we get this guy, he's like, I get to reenact him, look. That's me. He's pretty animated. I'm animated sometimes. Let's go back to Weather Nerds and I'll talk, and then we'll go into the models here. There we go. All right. So what I'm finding fascinating with all these overnight models is this. All right, so we got the NHC showing both systems possible hurricane entering the Gulf. Timing is about a day apart, half a day apart. What is interesting is almost every single model is either dissolving one and strengthening the other, or vice versa. I don't see any models except for the Navy, which is not really a true hurricane model. So it's fascinating that the NHC is showing two named storms so close together. And you can see it here on their 3-day chart, which is kind of, I was going to post this earlier. I thought it was kind of interesting to show this, but we have boom and boom. You can start to see them here. So they're going to affect each other somehow, and that's the question. And in fact, the NAC discussion today is talking about that. You can kind of see that they're scratching their heads. I mean, really, if you read between the lines, they're like, I don't know, what's it going to do? Is this one going to suck all this one up? Is this going to be weak? Is this one going to be strong? Are they going to be the same exact size, and are they going to bounce off each other? That's the question. And none of the models are showing that. I don't think the models have ever had to really figure this one out, being kind of so close together. But this is a live 3-day map. This would be Sunday. Pretty close. Oh, let me turn that down. All right, so let's show the facts of life, right? Let's show you the facts of life. We've talked about this before. When
Shout Factory TV, changing the channel.
let's see, was that the beginning? Facts of life. We all grew up watching the same sitcoms, man, and it's just funny. Our kids now live on the internet, and we grew up watching a million different sitcoms. I mean, it was like crazy. So we get mad at our kids on TikTok and stuff, but we did the same thing watching a bazillion TV shows in the 80s. So here's the facts. All right, so what's cooking? So we got Laura just got named. So let's talk about that one first. So Laura just got named. This is Tropical Depression 13. Now Laura. They might have found a center a little bit farther to the south or the north. I don't know. We'll see. They just have an update here. NOAA's strengthened to a tropical storm. Oh, it is. All right, there you go. So they are officially. So I saw the Hurricane Hunter data. The Hurricane Hunters found a track a little bit to the south, or a center to the south. And we talked about that a lot last night. When you have competing middle level winds, lower level winds, sometimes the middle level winds will establish a new lower level winds, and until there's a true center of circulation, the models. So they're saying the south, the center is located a little to the south. So what that could mean is a lot more land interaction, Could mean a little closer to the Virgin Islands. We have a lot of fans down there. And it also is going to mean possibly more land interaction for the storm to take. And that would be a weakening likelihood. So we'll see. But, you know, any land interaction across Cuba, Hispaniola, and Puerto Rico are going to slow development, which is a good thing. It's going to bring a lot of rain, unfortunately, for the mountains. But it's 45 miles an hour right now, currently, by the way. So that could affect the H. It might take the H away here, but it might still keep the H up here. And it might keep that west track up here. So the eventual turn is definitely coming. As a matter of fact, here, look at these latest spaghetti models. Wow, they really shifted. So Florida is looking a little better. At the moment. So here's your 12Zs. All right, these just came out, tropicaltidbits.com. Look at that. Very fresh models. Very fresh. So remember the Icon about 4 or 5 days ago, we were showing this southern track and it had it turning up into Apalachicola. Our friend. But that was my worriness for where I live. But now we're seeing this turn a little bit more to the Gulf. So now that we have a new fix, and you can see a lot of land interaction here. So we'll see. We'll see what the NAC says at 11 o'clock. But it'll be tough for this to organize rapidly with a lot of land interaction. Hispaniola is tough and Cuba is tough. Not to say it can't happen, but as of now, that's a lot of land. 24 hours. So, you know, things start to go downhill later today and then tomorrow for Puerto Rico. So they're definitely watching. You know, tropical storm warnings will be up at 11 guaranteed for most of Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico now that we have a tropical storm. So weak west, you know, we see trends. That's what the tropics do. We always talk about trends. And, you know, a couple days ago, trends like this. Guess what? The trend is doing this. Now we might see a little wiggle back. So sometimes this happens all the time with tropics. You'll see a trend west, and then we'll see a trend east, west, and then it, you know, sometimes falls like right here, and that's kind of what Irma did. First it was here, then it was here, then it was here, then it was here, then it kind of came back to here. That's that windshield wiper effect of going back and forth. So, but anyway, as of now, Tropical Storm Laura shifted some to the south. Lots of land, Puerto Rico. Hispaniola, Cuba. And then some strengthening after that. So we'll see what the NAC says. I bet you they still put an H here, but not here probably now. We'll see. Lots of letters. Look at that. HTCHPRO. Oh. Hatch Pro. Hatch Pro. Or it could be Orp Hitchcock. All right, how many days out is this? Well, this is Monday. And this is Tuesday. Sunday, Saturday. So, all right, there's that. Let's look at. So these are the latest spaghetti models on tropicaltidbits.com, by the way. Check them out. I got the links on the site. But there's our turn coming. We have a high pressure still in the forecast. And we still have this turn coming. That'll eventually bring rain to the East Coast later into next week. But still tightly clustered here. The big note is the HMON and the Euro, or the UK, have shifted pretty south now. Which is almost the same path as 14. So crazy. Trying to digest it all. All right. So anyway, there's the latest. We're doing facts first, and then we're going to ramble on. All right, so there's that. Let me close some windows. So there's the latest spaghetti models on now Laura. Timing of winds, just as a good example. Sunday 8 p.m. we can start to see winds entering Bahamas and South Florida. Monday 8 a.m. Central Florida. This is the when you can start seeing rain bands come in. And, people talking about landfall. We're talking Tuesday in the upper Gulf. So there you go. All right, there's that one. And we got another storm to talk about. This one, let's take a look at some satellite, though. Take a look at it. We got visible satellite. You can see that it's actually getting a little better organized. You can see a lot of lightning. Was it Lisa? Talk about the yellow dots, but look at that. Really, really getting some blow up. It was just a few days ago this thing was supposed to go way north of the islands down here. So we got definite convection blowing here way to the south. I mean, there's a chance this thing could skirt south of the islands. I mean, there's still a lot of question marks on all this stuff. I'm going to show all the models, but like I said, none of the models are showing both of these systems organizing, and that's definitely playing trickery on these models. The Navy is the only one that shows both of the systems both staying together. So there's got to be. We're entering a land of the unknown, because the fact that we see two developing systems and the models aren't showing it means that they're having a hard time understanding interaction with two low pressures that close together. All right, so here's the latest spaghetti models on these are 12Z2. So here you go. So here's our other system, definitely expected to be a H. This one doesn't have a lot of land interaction. This land here, the Yucatan, is not that mountainous, so little bit of weakening expected. But NHC definitely calling for hurricane by landfall now. We talked about that a lot last night too. That there's that chance. There's supposed to be a little bit of shear, but we know how potent the Gulf is and how things can strengthen. So I know that we're watching this system here, but at the same time, we're watching soon to be Marco here. So the tracks have definitely kept pretty consistent across basically eastern Texas and into Louisiana. That's very consistent. So that very little doubt on that one so far. All the models have it moving straight up. And timing on this one would be a little bit earlier than Laura. We're talking like early morning Tuesday. We could start seeing things go downhill with a landfall Tuesday morning. So this was the latest 8 o'clock advisory. We got a hurricane watch up for parts of the Yucatan, but pretty good confidence on this one. So the big question mark so far in the tropics are going to be Laura. Now that the center has indeed shifted a tick to the south. Not a tick, but a little bit. So they said, NHC said they're going to have a new track at 11. We'll see what that looks like. So let me show you. Okay, let's do this real quick. Let's show you all the models because this is. I always start out wondering what I want to really talk about. But I think it's fascinating that the models are not showing any development of both these systems. So we're going to know in a few short days who's right, who's wrong. But it's still fascinating that none of the models are showing both systems. So here's your latest GFS. This was the 06Z. It ran a couple hours ago. And you oughta see my desk here. Look, I got a Mountain Dew. I got my Louis cup from this morning. Julie went to Starbucks. I got a coffee that I haven't even opened the lid off yet. And then I have a Big Storm left over from last night. All right, so here's all the models. So we're going to go right into all the models right now, as there's coffee that came off the lid. Somebody needs to invent a way to not make coffee like leak. And I'll check this out too, by the way. So I got my cool shirt on. Look at that. This is from the Sandbar. I had a fan over there. I wish I remembered his name. He's a fireman over that way, man. And he's a big dog, but he's a big fan. So he bought me a shirt when we were at the Sandbar. So thanks, man. And I'm still nursing my injury. I'm picking at it because it still freaking hurts. The skin now is like raw, but anyway. All right, so we're gonna look at all the models. So what I'm going to harp on here is this: that we live and die by the models. We live and die by the models. But 99% of the models are not showing both of these develop. So we have LoRa. So already the models are wrong because none of them really predicted LoRa, especially the Euro. So the Euro could be still right, showing a weak system. But it's still wrong because it never predicted LoRa for the islands. So the fact that we have LoRa now, these models are going to have to get fed better data. And the hurricane hunters feed this data into the models. And maybe by 12Z, they might have the fresh data. And we'll have a better understanding of maybe what the models are thinking. And see, by the way, Julie gave me a little post-it note yesterday. Look, the bus schedule. 6:48 for Emily and 9:04 for Sarah. So that's why I have 9:19, because Sarah's bus shows up at 9:04, which probably means 9:19 because they're never on time. But they do come to the house. So that's good. All right, so here we go. GFS. So we got a hurricane watch. So at this point, we're just looking at positions more than anything. But look, I'm going to do these fast, too. That way you can kind of see them. Look, Tuesday morning, strengthening system, nothing, right? Nothing. GFS is showing nothing from LoRa. LoRa is a figment as it comes off the high mountains of Hispaniola, all right? So we go to the Euro. That was the GFS. Look at this. Figment, future Marco. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Boom, nothing. They follow each other. Part of that Fujiwara effect, weaker system can get absorbed into a larger system. Whether or not they have enough time or not, but so Euro, nothing, something, right? CMC, been the opposite. Total opposite. CMC doesn't even show 14, but it develops LoRa. Look at nothing, something. So we go 180 models. So, but the fact is the path is the same. South Florida, off the coast of Florida, up in the Panhandle maybe, Mobile, Mississippi. So that the pattern is there. There's the turn to the north, but that's the CMC. The Navy is the only one that continues to. I put this on Twitter today too. I wonder if anybody responded to me. Let's see. A little bit. Look at this. Somebody made a sign. That's funny. That's awesome. Look at that. That's great. Somebody tweeted me that. I have to save that one. Buy one, get one. Hurricanes. That's funny. All right. So anyway, back to the Navy model. Boom. So the Navy's the only one showing that. And this is basically what the NHC is saying. This is Monday morning. So the one model that everybody laughs at and actually did pretty darn good with ECE is the only one that's basically agreeing with the NHC right now. So anyway, that's a Navy model. I like doing that. It's like a little dance. You know, boom, boom, boom. Monday, Tuesday. Monday morning, Tuesday morning. So Icon used to show both. It stopped it. Not really. It didn't stop it this time. This is a 6Z. I didn't see the 6Z yet. So the Icon model, Future Marco, north into Louisiana. Laura, a little farther south. Up. So that, the Icon doing good. So we joked about the CMC and Icon. This is a likely event. Here's Monday morning, and then Tuesday. So it slows it down a little bit, but still that path. So this is what would scare me is obviously time over the Gulf. It's just delay and intensification is good for Florida, but it could still be trouble for the Gulf if the Fuji War thing doesn't pan out. All right, I'm gonna read a couple comments here and there, but Sarah, nobody knows. Listen, every year these models get upgraded, and every year they seem like they still have issues. That's why there's so many models. Models are like brains. Everybody's got a brain. Well, some of you do. All you do. But they all have different brains and they all think different. So, that's pretty cool, man. It's like life. That should be a shirt, like a Forrest Gump shirt. Hurricane models are like brains. All right, we got any more models here we can look at? GFS Para, that's the new 12Z. It hadn't run yet. Today's Friday, so we haven't had a fresh one of these yet. Okay, hey, let's look at this. Let's look at the mesoscale models, the high resolution. Now they already updated the name to Laura. I should probably fix it. Let me make sure my post went live. I'm sure it did. We have Laura. There we go. I always double check. 9 times out of 10, I type before I read it, and then I have to edit it. All right, so let's go to the hurricane-specific models. Let's take a look at. Let's take a look at 13. That would be. I thought I just said I saw Laura. Where did it go? Nope. I know I saw Laura. Now it's gone. All right, so here's big bad. All right, so here's the latest HWRF. Still showing. It might. Well, it actually goes to the islands though. No, is that Puerto Rico? All right, so here's Puerto Rico Saturday night. Oh, this is Hispaniola. That's right. I'm like, it's not Saturday. So, it's the more aggressive of the models. Rainmaker, tropical stormish, Puerto Rico islands. Keeps it through the Bahamas. Still strengthens it. This is Monday. And then really strengthens it. We don't want that. We don't want that. That's big bad. So worst case scenario, if you're trying to start a weather page, copy this image, share it, and you will get a bazillion likes within an hour. And then within 2 hours, every meteorologist in the world will be calling you out. That's how I get likes. No. So anyway, HWRF, all kidding aside, I mean, this is one possibility, when we showed Michael, you got to remember, when we showed Michael, all the models were showing rapid intensification, or most of them. So it was high confidence. This is still low confidence. And the NHC is noting that's low confidence. Now we have a track shift. There's even more low confidence on how much land interaction. So they're scratching their heads, trust me. And you can read it in their discussions. They don't know. They know, but nobody knows. So there's H-Warp. All right, so enough about that one. Let's see what the H-Mon shows on Laura. Oh, there's Laura. They're playing trickery on me. All right, Laura here, Hispaniola, lots of land interaction. Tears it up. There's Cuba. So really, really, really tears it up. Then it gets it into the Gulf. So it never, there's Louisiana right here. So it never, so there's two extremes. 2 days ago, both of these were all in. A little farther north. Now it's good. We got H-Mon saying no. So land interaction is going to be really hard to overcome. All right, so let's look at 14. And this, that's all the way up. Where the heck's that at? All right, so this is what we don't want to see with the H-Wharf on future Marco. So it's definitely strengthening our system on approach, Louisiana here. So that's that's Tuesday morning. H-Wharf. H-Wharf's going all in. The only reason I'm showing these a lot is they did very well with Hannah, and they did very well with Isaiah. And I'm sure the H-Mon will be the same. See? Look at that. So this makes a lot of sense. I mean, so I think the chances of future Marco to be more of a hurricane are definitely greater right now than Laura. And that's because of land. 2 days ago, Laura was supposed to track higher. And now that we got, the land interaction's always been the big question mark. But the chances are definitely increasing now for upper Gulf for our second system. And the timing would be, late Monday into Tuesday morning. So we got 2 areas of people watching. Crazy. Let me retweet that. And then we got, so the models, man, so it's kind of silly to look at too many models, honestly, right now with Laura, because Laura doesn't have the new, the models don't have the new information from the Hurricane Center. So we kind of have to hold our breath on Laura a little bit. So I guess in reality, we have to really start to look at the fact that we could see a hurricane in the upper Gulf from future Marco. And that's, the confidence on that is definitely higher. And here's the latest UK, which is, totally screwed up. Look at it. So, I mean, the UK has no Marco. The UK has Laura in the middle Gulf. Almost the exact spot. So the UK is saying Laura is going to be landing where Marco will be landing. But there's no Marco according to the UK. So, God, it's crazy. I'm just telling you. See, none of the models are showing both of these systems. There's no model except for the Navy showing 2 systems. Now the NAC showing 2 systems. Right here, bam, bam. There's our little hurricane guy, tropical storm guy. All right, I gotta slow down, man. I'm getting more confused. What's up, Derek? King Kong. Yeah, we do have another system. King Kong came off of Africa, right here. 40%. Look at that. They're still talking about less favorable conditions ahead. Not seeing a lot of model support. But, hey, as we've talked about all year, man, we got to watch these in real time. You hear the dog snoring? Hey, Cindy, I don't really... Okay, so listen. So, all right, on my page, Cindy, good question. I do have a direct link up here where on the very upper left, Navy. But Levi's got a great one. So just go to one of these links here. These 4 links go directly to Levi's site. And go to GFS and you can go to Global. And then you can hit Navy, Navgim. And you can run it. So, really curious to watch the afternoon models now that we have a little bit different fix and a more confident fix on Laura. This is the H-Wharf. So regardless, it's all going to be how it survives here, what it does here. But we don't want to see it strengthening in the last second. We always say you don't want to peak at the wrong time, and it's got to be watched close. Let's see. So the rain today too, by the way. So we do have marginal risk still today. Look at this. Lots of storms here across the southeast. We have a dip here, and it's driving all this action up from the Gulf. So lots of shear right now, but we're getting a lot of pull in from the Gulf. And you can see that starting to brew again. Lots and lots of energy out here going to be flowing in. And it's what you can see it really good here on the satellite today. Let's just loop this one, weather nerds, but you can see this flow. Look at that. Just follow it like this. So this is producing a lot of shear, but it's expected to pull out of here. And this opens the door for Marco. Lots to watch, man. Kind of makes sense though. So I guess the big change I think from overnight would be Laura is not. Well, it looks pretty impressive though. Look at that sucker. Let me zoom in here a little more on this, and then we'll start saying goodbye. I don't want to leave everybody. All right. Let me go here. I want to see it. Then I'll start reading the comments. If you've been waiting an hour to say, give my wife a shout out for her birthday, then I'll do that. I'm gonna do the scary colors. I've learned scary color. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a scary color. I got yelled at for having a scary color. Somebody at Twitter yelled at me because I said we're going to have a hurricane. Quit hyping! That was when the NHC put out their graphic. Whatever. It's funny. I love it. So what's up, Shelly? I just saw your post, Shelly. Yeah, all right. We can do that. The size. We'll do that right here. So yeah, the size of both of these systems have always been around 400 or 500 miles. Laura actually, man, I mean that thing really shifted. Is this the center? Look at all that lightning. If this thing shifted here, let's say, it would change everything, because it could almost miss the islands. It could almost miss land together altogether. That's a lot of lightning cruising southwest. So anyway, a lot of convection here. There's our spin, actually. This is going to pull our system to the north. But let's do size. Let me ask for size. Whoa. What are you doing? Not working. Maybe it doesn't work on the animated. All right, let's go back. Since we had a specific question, maybe the measuring tool doesn't work under, there we go. All right, so that is 460, 400. That's 400 miles right there. So, you can argue it's the future Marco is about 400 miles wide. The overall convection of it. 350, 400. So future Marco is 350 to 400 miles wide. And now this little guy is about the same. 350. 350. Tighten it up a little bit. 400. You can just get an idea of the size, So both of these are about the same. 350 to 400 miles wide. All right, so I want to see something here. I got. All right, we got to look at the new fix. So the new fix is 1760. Let's see where that puts it in relation to our Virgin Island friends. 1760. Oh, look at that. Hit it exactly. What's the chance of that? Well, it's obviously I want to serve, but anyway, so the Null School site picked up on it. So this is, unfortunately, it's a big shift. And, Puerto Rico, lots of rain, storms, Virgin Islands. That's the new fix. So it's going to be really interesting come 11 what they do with the track. Because that would be... That would tear it up. Or delay more than anything. So unless it does that, then it would do a little better. But regardless, we saw a big shift. That's big. Big shift south. So in the short term, obviously, we got a lot of fans in this area here, so they're watching. It's 45 miles an hour now. So, interesting, right? Interesting. All right, what else we got? So yeah, listen. So there is everybody's asked about these two systems. The Fujiwara effect. Yes, a weaker system will absorb into the stronger system. Equal size systems, like I showed, the magnets will bounce off each other. They'll dance around each other. What I could see happening is if this didn't dissolve, well, now it might not even be a fact. If it dissolves, then these models are all right. But the NHC is going to have a new cone at 11. We'll see what they say. But there's still a couple models. The UK and CMC are developing LoRa, not Marco. But we just have to watch. Real time. And, just looking at satellite today, definitely looking more tropical-ish than it did last night. So it definitely got its game on a little better overnight. So, looking at the models, Florida, you could breathe a little easier right now. Little easier. Not the Keys. Not South Florida. The damn Keys, you stick out there, But Upper Gulf has got a double whammy coming, possibly, that we have to watch for. So, anyway, holy cow. Hey, what's up there, Ben? What beer should you buy? Well, there's a new flavor. I showed everybody last night. I don't know if you didn't watch last night. My good wife got me the new seltzer variety pack with grapefruit, cranberry, and pineapple. And these are located at your local ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Way too early for that. It's coffee morning. H-Mon is drunk. Hey, what's up, Jessica? So yeah, we're just watching. We're seeing a slight shift south, which makes the models now obviously go this way. Land interaction. This is still a big question. We know future Marco is going to be one to watch. Unfortunately, Marco is getting some more models showing development here. So this is the more serious one, in my opinion, because there's less less land interaction, and few of the models are definitely showing I don't think I've answered the phone since we've had our kitchen remodel. I only use the phone. This is a house phone. I only use the house phone to call the radio station because it's a better signal. All right, what else is going on? Navy models definitely can't be discounted. You know, the models are not showing any interaction with two systems other than Navy models. So the big amazement to me is that out of all the overnight models, none of them showed interaction between the two. Car warranty, Jessica. Yep, insurance. Could be a bill collector. I don't even pay medical bills. I wait till like the fourth or fifth one before they start threatening before I pay them, because half the time the insurance claim doesn't go through, and then insurance, and then it's like, then I overpay, and you don't even know you overpay. I'm like, I don't know what we owe. I told the dentist yesterday, I said, quit mailing me invoices, because when I come in, I pay them, but I don't know what I owe, what I don't owe. This is not a bill. Then why'd you mail it? I love the SunPass in Florida. So, what car was I in? I don't know. For some reason, one of my plates didn't register. Oh, so when we had the golf cart in the back of my truck, the golf cart covered up the plate, so it scanned the golf cart plate, which is a plate that I just put on there years ago because I was waiting for the tag office to open up. Now it's got a real plate. So they mail me a invoice for $1 or something. So they spent money packaging it, envelope it, paid somebody, put it in a stamp, you know, to pay $1. No, Whitney, my voice is good, buddy. Hey, Shelly, how you doing? Ike, I don't know. God, I don't know, man. I hate these intensity models that are still showing it blowing up. So our H-Mon and H-Warf are blowing up future Marco here. I just think we know the golf. I mean, we haven't said, Whitney, we haven't said it yet, man. Blobs and squalls, right? The lane interaction is everything on Laura. Dorian obviously didn't have it, but this one might have it, unless it goes to the south now. But let's see, 500. Man, see, there's really, man, it's like no, very ill-defined still though. Look at that, 700 millibars, even farther south. So Laura is struggling to stack. Even the middle level is to her south a little bit. You can see that here. 850, even lower still. High pressure, you know, strong. Man, see the 500 millibar, really, really far down. It's weird. So your middle level spin is still farther to the south. Yeah. All this means really is nothing. We still have upper Gulf threat, big time, from two systems. Bo. No, I'm not sick, Sean. I'm good. I'm waking up. Back in the cone again. Yeah, we could play that song. We haven't played that one in a while. But see, then YouTube flags it. It's disjoined at the axis, Whitney, correct. It's not very stacked. Laura is not stacked. She has small blobs. Steering currents, good question, or good thing. Hey, Paul Jeanette, what's up? How you doing in Virginia? Yeah, Whitney, you're in the cone twice, man. All right, this is great. Who brought up this? Let's talk about the steering currents. I love the steering current maps. So we have a huge high pressure out here right now. And we have this little dip Tut jet stream dippage going down through the Gulf. The current motion is that. However, in a couple days, this is going to weaken a little bit more. High is going to build back in. And this is going to have more of a chance to go here. So as of now, the high, if we had a system here, it would be doing that, but we don't. We have a system here. In time future Marco gets here, high is going to be built back in, and we'll have a little bit of weakness coming up and a little shear left over expected. Shear is so hard to predict. That's why some of the models are going all in and showing rapid development as it enters the hot bubbling Gulf of Mexico. So I can do a post like that. I could type future Hurricane Marco expected to enter the warmest Gulf in a decade with near perfect conditions, reminding residents of Camille. That would be a clickbait. So I guess the big development is we'll see a new track in about 30-40 minutes from LoRa. We'll see what they're saying. LoRa definitely shifting south. That's going to change things up a lot. The HMON in UK are showing us to actually go underneath the islands a little bit. So, how you like that, man? Why do we love the tropics? Because they always change. And nobody's ever right. So, Judy, I know I'm there's a buffer, so you must have saw my comment. So we got the first day of school on Monday. Hey, Susan, I don't know which page was that. I don't even know what you're doing. All right, so it's all good. We've been on here for an hour. Appreciate it. I'll be doing a quickie here in a minute. I'm going to wait. I'll do my quickie after the 11 o'clock. A little 5-minute synopsis. Heather, so I think LoRa is going to cross over a lot of mountains. I think it's going to develop slower than expected, and it's less of a peninsula issue in my opinion right now. Keys obviously be watching regardless, but I can see it taking longer to develop and still having a couple days over the Gulf to strengthen. So if it would have relocated to the north, Florida's more in play. Florida's out of play a little bit more, bottom line, as far as peninsula. Panhandle's a whole different state. I'm more worried about the future Marco because that's the confidence on that one is higher on the models that it's going to be organized system approaching the upper Gulf in just a few days. So the Gulf is hot and got a lot of heat down there, a lot of heat potential. So, but I'm here with you, Thomas. Very, very easily, the west coast of Florida could see action out of this. Remember, the east side of a system is the dirty side, and if we do have any amount of shear in the upper level winds, we'll have. Well, we haven't looked at an AMAP here in a while. Well, GFS isn't even showing it, so it's pointless to even look. So, GFS develops, obviously, future Marco. LoRa doesn't develop it, but look at this. This is on Monday. So even with a, even if the center was here, we're going to see a lot of action here. The one thing that I don't think anybody's really knows is the interaction between these two. If this is a little stronger, they're gonna oppose each other a little bit. That could kick this more that way, kick that more that way. But and all you got to do is read the NHC discussion, and you'll see how there's very little confidence. So they're more confident, obviously, with future Marco. Intensity remains low confidence. Given the uncertainty. Could do this, could do that. So the details of long-range intensity forecasts are more uncertain than usual because of the land interaction. So, I bet at 11 we lose the H until farther up in the Gulf. I wonder if they do that. Or their sight's slow. All right, what else we got? So we got snoring dogs here. Hurry up. Please address the Mississippi area. Well, yes. Holy cow, what are you talking about? Mississippi, you guys got, per the last update, you got a possible hurricane. Officially, you're in the cone. In our other system, the HMON and HWRF are showing landfall here, and you'd be on the dirty side. So Mississippi, you definitely need to be watching. You could start feeling this as early as Monday afternoon, Monday night. And this is Marco. Not Marco yet. Expected Marco. You can bring your orchids in, Kimberly. Yeah, that's not too bad. Hey, Katie, how's it going? Emoji girl. What's up, Cindy? Hurricane and sunshine. There's Braxton. What's up, Braxton? Did you change your name? Braxton? I know. I used to call you Brock. Going to Panama Wednesday? Yeah. I don't know. It'd be rainy. Could be kind of going away by then. Yeah, the whole Gulf's on watch. Basically. If you're, and listen, the reason I say conal U.S. anymore, we have a lot of U.S. Residents in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, and when I say U.S., they're like, hey, what about us? So I make, I used to hate the name CONUS too, but look, so basically, this is the reality here. This is everybody down to Key West, maybe a little bit down here. Needs to be watching. That's because we have two systems. Hey, it's never happened. So the confusion is ultimately very high. Look at the rain forecast. It's starting to inch up along the coast here. That's obvious. Surge, obvious. Depending on the strength of the system. Surge maps usually take a little longer to update. So it's not showing the impacts yet of our second system. Wonder why I didn't have both systems on there. Huh. But these will start to get updated more as our system's confidence increases. So, the official 5 a.m. track had it going right over the Keys, so that's nothing to, discount. We'll have a new track here very soon, and we'll see if it shifts. It'll probably be a pretty big shift, maybe, coming. All right, so let me get back to the internet world. Greg, yeah, it has happened. I posted the video the other day. You can just Google Fujiwara effect. You don't even have to spell it right. Google will take over. But it's storms that are the same size kind of are magnets. They dance around each other. And then a weaker system will get absorbed into the stronger system. Hector, correct. You are 100% right. We are going to have more land interaction in the short term. Angel, you are still recovering from Michael. Yes, we don't want that scenario with future Marco. The H-Mon and H-Wharf are going all in on Marco, future Marco. It's easier to say than 14. I don't know. I just can't get the numbers right. Crystal, chance, yeah, there's always a chance for Laura to shift back east a little bit. If the high pressure, is a little weaker, or it slows down, the high is eventually going to pull out a little bit. So if it's, if it's slowed down a little bit, it could turn. I mean, we can. So I'm kind of waiting on showing any ensembles and stuff yet, because once we're going to get new, all this is different. I mean, that, it could change a lot. Lane interaction is going to be everything, though. This is the European ensembles. So there's a chance that we could see some intensity predictions decreased with Laura in the short term. So we'll wait on that. But everything else on site, it's updated, obviously. Website, Twitter. Casper, have a great day, buddy. Ernesto, I think most of the models are predicting Laura to dissolve over the mountains, but none of the models even predicted Laura. I mean, now we have Laura, so that could change. I don't know. It's hard to go over those mountains and survive, or at least intensify. Yeah, Jeffrey, we're gonna put them up, man. We're gonna do like an MMA battle of the like a chicken fight. We'll do a rooster fight. Laura and Marco. Marco, Laura. Marco, Laura. All right, cool beans. A lot of questions. There's my website. Yep. All right. So hey, first I got to thank all the new Facebook supporters and the YouTube supporters. I'm on YouTube now. Thank you very much. We'll be doing more perks on YouTube. Facebook perks. We have some perks for Facebook supporters. So sign up today if you support the web page. It's cheaper than that. Ryan, yeah, storm surge is going to be an issue, especially if future Marco develops like some of the models are showing. So man, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm a hurricane when I go in circles sometimes. But yeah, you're right, Sean. The Navy model last year too. I didn't even pay attention last year as much. Well, I live in the now term. I don't remember yesterday as much as today. So Navy did very well with ECEA too. Navy is the only one showing development of both these systems. And the Navy's doing what the Fujiwara would do, is almost bounces Laura back, east a little bit. But it's also assuming it's going to develop. But boom, boom. It's like two pool balls. I don't play pool. I shuffleboard. I guess that means I'm old. Only when we camp. But boom, All right. A lot of questions now. I don't want to confuse everybody. So check out the site. It's updated, obviously, all the time. The app's updated. Make sure I have to change the name now. That's an easy fix. But I got the app. A lot of people like it. I guess I better send a push notification out. But there's the app. Real simple. If you like simple links, So now I don't even know which one's Laura, 13 or 14. I'm so happy to be able to change the name to 13 and then there's all your pertinent little links that you can click and see everything. So, yeah, you know. Some people like apps. I like apps like Buffalo Chicken Dip and fried pickles are my favorite apps. So, all right, we'll see y'all later. I'm going to do a little quickie here after 11 o'clock, and we'll be live tonight at 8 p.m. So we'll see you there. Right? Thanks.